All right, Mikey Fingers here with you in the booth, along with my good buddy Sean Wilkie.
How you doing out there, everybody?
We are watching World Class 14.1 Straight Pool. This is the 2013 World 14.1 Tournament here at Steinway Billiards. Right now we're watching Mika Immonen play Darren Appleton.
And this is final 8 players. This will be a quarterfinal match. We're doing single elimination, race to 200.
Right.
Yeah. We lost the feed there for a minute, so we're back on now with everybody. I do believe that's probably the end of the first rack. We're going to catch the score here for you guys just to make sure.
Yeah, I think that would be Mika's got 14-0 on Darren. Darren broke him open, and Mika played a pretty good combo on the 8.
Yeah, he did. He actually had a real good break the one before, but the corner ball didn't contact the rail, so you have to have both balls contact the rail.
Right.
So Mika opted for Appleton to re-break, and like you're saying, he ended up leaving him a combo, 2-ball combo into the 8, and he played it at a right speed to pocket it.
Right.
And now
he's in good position from here.
He's got a great angle.
Yeah. All right.
You can either go stun off of this ball, you can actually follow through the rack, depending on what you like to do.
Well, I think from here you got to play it a little bit at the bottom, draw it a little bit from the rack.
It looks like he's going right into the 14 or maybe the top of the ball above the 9. So basically right in the middle of the stack.
Right.
There you go.
He plays that shot very good. He plays that with inside spin so that when he hits the side rail, it comes up above the stack, almost guaranteeing him another shot.
Right.
As opposed to, spinning down below the rack where you're very limited. You got to be hopeful that something comes down to get another shot. He plays it.
Good thing is if he lands on the rail, most of the time you're going to have a shot on the opposite side too.
Right.
Side pocket.
Got to be careful not to touch nothing. He might opt not even to try this shot. He'll play the 8 maybe. You can go into him with the 8 and have the 3 right there for insurance.
Yeah, you can either go into
Well,
him
he's got to
or-
be careful. Yeah, he can get funny right here. That's why he chose not to go into him right there.
He's trying to bump 14 a little bit more solid so he'd have the 3, but he's okay. Plus the 14 would have went down towards the corner.
Right.
But can he see the 12? I don't think he can. If he can see the 12, he can just roll that in.
Yeah, I don't think he can see it from where he's at. Let's see if he's got a angle. See that kind of shows he can't.
It's too close.
Can't see that, so he'll figure out a way. Let me tell you.
Yeah, of course. This would be good here. If he can hold this or roll a hair. I mean, I know it's going to come off the rail because he's got an angle, but the ball, 11 ball behind the stack, that's the good key ball to make in the right corner to break out the rest of the rack.
Yeah, he can do that. If he stops here, maybe he just rolls into 10. He might have angle up to 13 to come up into him. I decided to power through him that way. That's still pretty good. He's got a decent shot. He's got the 2 on the side.
Yeah, he could shoot the 5 too if he wanted to. I guess that's the only reason he shot that, because he had the 5 and 12 as insurance.
Yeah, he can draw right now off the 2 ball and break out. Looks like the 7 and 15. Break them out.
This is okay here. Shoot the 12, come right back up into him.
Though. Yeah. Got the 2 out for a break shot. It's a little high, but he can work with that.
Yeah.
He can manufacture something too with the 15 or the 1. They're still close enough. If we play the 1 now, go to the 13.
I was watching earlier today, after I had lost, watched the end of the hatch match and pulled up the feed on my Ustream. And I'm really proud to say that we appreciate all the support, everybody out there viewing. We had 1,200 viewers at one time, and that's great.
Right.
So anybody's out there watching, let your friends know. Like you were saying, we got world-class players here. If you're looking to learn anything about the game or just support your favorite players, come on the web and check us out.
That's one of the best ways, and it's free to learn.
Yeah, of course. I give credit to that from when I was younger. You know, my granddad taught me to a certain level, and then you know, he said, we're going to take you to tournaments, learn through experience, and start watching video. You know, I didn't know what he meant for it at first, but I started watching, you know, picking up certain angles, how to stroke the ball, what shots not to shoot.
Right.
And
when to shoot certain shots.
yeah, over time and perseverance through the steps, you know, it gradually worked off, and I'm so glad I did it.
Yeah. Paying big dividends right now, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, because to be honest with you, after, you know, say I didn't do that, it would have probably took me 5 to 10 more years to learn it out myself.
Right. Trial and error.
Yeah.
All right, Mika's looking pretty good. He's taking this rack apart. And you get on a 15-3-2.
It's almost perfect pattern there.
Yep.
Stop shot.
Stop. He's got that triangle we were talking about in the last match. About at the end rack, you want to leave the last 3 balls in almost like a perfect triangle.
Right.
So that you just have a stop shot, you know, and you're perfect on your break ball.
It's very important because it causes you not to have too much stress on going 2 or 3 rails, trying to land perfect.
Right.
And the more you can do this consistent racks in a row, that's where you can complete a high run.
Yeah, you want the end rack to be as simple as possible. You know, as little cue ball movement as possible.
Of course.
It eliminates the chance for mistakes and stuff like that. But
he's looking good here. He might even shoot a similar shot that he did last time.
just kind of glance off the top of the stack. I don't think he's got to draw this one.
Not necessarily. Might, like you're saying, he might just bounce off of it. Maybe bring the cue ball back around where it's at. There you go. Look at that.
Perfect.
Bingo.
Yeah, and again, he knows he doesn't have to really explode the pack. He's got 4 or 5 different shots right now. You know, during this rack right here, that he can get back into that stack. He can use any one of these balls as a secondary break.
This is a game of recovery. And that's
Oh,
key.
absolutely. And that's what Dennis Hatch did so well. That match he played against Oliver Ortman. He got into trouble sometimes, and he got himself right out of it. He made some incredible combinations.
Right.
You know, he played with 100% confidence, and he really, really played very well. A little unfortunate to miss that last 1 ball to give Oliver a chance, you know.
Mika went down and hit that
He should have given
very
himself.
quick. He was trying to get an angle in the 15 to go up into the stack.
Yep.
Now he's a little frustrated. Can he roll forward? No, he's going to go ahead and try it anyways.
He tried to spin up for the 8. That's not too bad.
That's good. Get an angle on the other
Yeah,
ball.
just roll forward a little bit on this. Play it at, I guess, the 11. And come right up into him. He'll have the 3 for insurance.
Right.
And he doesn't have to hit him that hard. He'll probably break something out.
Well, he can't make the 3, I don't think, but the 14 landed.
He's got the
Sweet
14.
one.
He's got the 5. He's got the 9 and 1 right there, kind of tied up. He might leave the 4 as his break shot. He wants to get on that 10 ball, so he'll have a shot at the 9.
No. Try to
Or
shoot
the
the 3,
1.
come up around the 10, and try to get this 12 ball out of the way. Since the 1 and 12's tied up. There it is.
Yep, he got there. Perfect angle.
Now we've got about 2 or 3 stop shots here. Can you play the 1? Play the 10 in the side, or is he going to go up above him? There you go. He went above him.
Above him. He played a 6-10. And you'll see, after he shoots the 6, you'll see that 3-ball triangle.
10, 14.
See that little triangle right there, exactly. Stop, and he's got his break shot. I'm gonna play stop and just roll forward a little bit,
Yep.
you know. But very little cue ball movement. He's in a concentrated little area right there. Very, very little chance of him making a mistake from this position. And as you see, he's got perfect results with very little effort, you know. And that's one of the keys. If you guys out there want to try and run some balls, keep it simple. You know, try and keep your patterns simple.
Of course. See, now sitting here doing this commentating, it looks exactly how it was when I was in the chair playing Mika in the qualifying round. But the weird thing is, I kind of feel like I'm Appleton in this match because I just played Appleton earlier today.
Right.
Same exact thing happened.
Really?
But the only thing that's good about this 200 ball race, and I'm not saying Mika's not capable. He's very capable of running 200. But the percentages say that Aaron Appleton will get to the table.
Yeah, he'll at least get one shot, you think.
If he doesn't, praise to Mika.
Wow,
But,
yeah, absolutely. You gotta shake the guy's hand. He runs 200 and out on you.
He's got an angle. He's going to do a
High ball. I think he's gonna go high right through it.
good
Look at
shot.
that, and that broke open perfectly. No clusters, no clumps.
It's very good speed control. How it hit the rack, came off maybe about 2 inches, followed right back into where it was,
Yeah.
and all the balls separated.
And now he's just gonna pick them off one at a time.
Is the 6 ball in a good spot for a break?
That's a little low, but he'll still get into the stack from there.
Yeah, he's just.
He can nudge it out. He can nudge it out right now and play the 9. See?
He put it a little high, but it's okay.
Yeah, but if he saves the 2 or the 11 as his key ball,
9, come over.
he'll be fine.
He's going to shoot the 14 since he landed straight on it. That's another thing you got to watch. If you're playing straight pull and say you're going up to try to get on the 12 or 3 like he was going to, but if you land straight on the ball on the side, get that out of the way.
Right.
It's very easy to make. You're not going to make a mistake. All you got to do is stop the ball. It seems like he's free flowing now.
Yeah, he knows what he's got to do. And he's got to play the 11 now on the side.
Can he follow up naturally here and go to the top row and shoot the 2 down by the 6 if it goes?
I think he wants to leave that as his key ball. I mean,
If he can, it would be nice, yeah. He's probably planning to leave the 11, but now he has to shoot it. I just like since where he landed, the angle takes him right to the 2. If he wanted to choose to do that.
or he can play the 10, 15, and then the 2. If you want to go that way. There's a lot of different ways you can get this done.
Right. He's going to go down and back up.
Yeah, he's going to save the 2. Just draw this back a couple inches. Yeah, he's good.
Yep. And if you notice, he left this off a perfect angle just to slide over.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do anything.
Nope, just like a stop shot.
Yep.
Perfect. He wants to come off that rail a little bit. A little more angle than he wanted. He wanted to be straighter in on this 2 ball, but he should be okay from here.
I'll probably just leave it there.
Yeah.
Don't even chance drawing it because you might draw too far or not have an angle.
Play like a little soft draw, just so he can stop the cue right there. There you go. And he's got enough of an angle to get into that stack. And
Yep.
Mika's running.
Yeah, we're on 56 already. It seems like it's going by fast.
Yeah, this match might be over quick.
Well, as we're on a break for Mika Rack, and I'd like to give a shout out to all my sponsors. Lucasi Hybrid, for all you guys do. You guys are wonderful. Blackheart Tips, Q-Pod Chalk Holder, Focus Apparel. You guys have been awesome. And they're actually a sponsor of this event. Made some very nice shirts. Of course, I'd like to thank Inside Pool. Man, the stream is always good. And they've always been a supporter of me and anything they can do for me. I really appreciate it, guys. Now back to Mika on the break.
Here you go. Forces through another one. Comes out above the stack, and he's perfect. Got a little group in the center there, but once he gets rid of the 2 and 7, they all go in the lower left.
Do you see any trouble here for him?
Not really. Not really. He's got the 7 now. He might have the 14.
Right. If he shoots the 7, he can just naturally bump the 2 a hair and have the 8 or the 4.
And have the 8.
You don't want to bump the 2 too hard because it goes into the rack.
Well, I think he'd rather see that.
Oh, see what he did?
That's fine. He's got more chances to get into him. If he just plays this with a little soft spin forward, he'll have the 13 next.
Right.
He's got perfect angle again to push him out. He's not afraid of clumping stuff up because he knows he's going to take him apart.
This is just a stop stun. Leave the cue ball right there. Oh, he chose to go
yeah,
through it.
He powered
all
through
right.
it. He's got the 3 now as a break. He's got the, I guess that's the 10, maybe 10 of the 14. Again, he's fine.
Yeah, I do believe the 14's out of the rack, so if he chose to do that, that'd be okay.
He's got the 15 next.
Does the
Or
10
the
ball
14.
go
He's
past
going
the
to play the
2?
14.
If it doesn't go past the 2, he should shoot the 2 next.
Oh, you see it? He just pushed the 14 out for a good break shot. Yeah, he should play the 2 now. Take that out of it. He can spin above it or stay down below it for the 4, whatever he wants to do. Almost like a dealer's choice, you know?
So yeah, I like how he played that because taking a chance of trying to spin above it, he could have nipped it, went off table. So he just made sure they broke him loose, the 10 and 3, and he had the 4 there. So, I mean, nothing bad could happen.
Well, you know, we were saying that too against the last couple of matches. The guy should be out. He should make the run from here. He would make a break shot and get stuck behind the stack, or something would roll up, or he wouldn't be left with a shot. So even though things are looking pretty good, we were kind of jinxing the guys.
3 balls, stop for 11 in the side. Then he's going to have the 10 come up for the 12 in the side.
And then he'll shoot the 14. You know what? This has a feel of a high run.
Oh, man.
The set, it's got that.
One thing I do like about Mika's game, when he's not playing me, of course,
well,
he's got a great rhythm.
He does.
When he gets going.
That's one of the good things to note about his game.
And a thing that I really like about it, I try to put into my game, is, like you've told me this before, the philosophy of if you think long, what are you doing?
You're thinking wrong.
Yeah, so I mean, when Mika's in stroke, he's not ever thinking long.
No, he's not thinking at all. That's one of the keys to shooting good pool. You actually have to stop and start thinking about what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to actually trip over your own brain. Your own brain's going to get in the way.
Of course.
The top guys in any sport, if you notice them, they don't look like they're thinking about anything. When Michael Jordan used to shoot a jump shot, he wouldn't stop and think and get technical with the angle. He'd just get up there and shoot it, and he'd rain buckets in.
Yeah.
You know, the top athletes in any sport are like that. They get into the zone. They don't have to think. If they stop and think, you're allowing a mistake to creep in.
Yeah, negativity sort of creeps in.
Or even undecisiveness, you know. If you have to think more than once about something, it puts a little doubt in your mind. You know, puts a little doubt in your mind.
Of course. Well, we just had an announcement, so not sure if Mika took a break or he's just taking a slight pause. There he is. He's back in the frame. Somebody had a question of if Bustamante won. I do believe he did because they just gave a congratulations to Stefan Cohen from France, I do believe. Is that correct?
No, Stefan Cohen is from France. I didn't really hear what the announcement was.
Yeah, so if they're giving applause for Stefan, I'm pretty sure that Bustamante moved on to the next round. Mika landed up table as I was checking out the chat room. He's okay with the 12, but he's trying to find a secondary break. Of course, he can get the 6 after the 12.
Yeah, but how do you get back to where the 13 is now? A little lower for that 3, or the 10 even. You know, he's got to get that out of the way.
Is the 15-7 combo on, or is the 9 ball touching the 15?
Yeah, I don't think that's an option.
Well, he broke him loose.
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Now you see the reason that I was okay is because the 3 was his scapegoat.
Right.
Anywhere in the back of that pack, as long as he didn't stick between 2 balls, he has the 3.
All right, there you go.
Now if he can get above this rack, it looks like the 12 ball goes past the 5. That would be a good secondary break.
Yeah, that or the 10 ball.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the 11. You know, he can get into them a bunch of different ways. Well,
he did okay clearing the 11 ball out, but now he's jacked up again. Just sacrifice here, roll it in.
All right, now he's got He's got that stripe in the side. I guess it's the 11. And he'll just roll forward and play the 14. It looks like a 10. Looks like the 10. He'll play that back into the stack. No, he held it actually. That's a good shot. And he's got the 11 now.
Yep. Cue ball should go right into the 8.
A little bit on the risky side because he doesn't have a
He'll
guaranteed
probably
second
follow
shot.
through this. Oh, he missed the 11.
Oh, man. That was unexpected. Mika was on a great run there.
I can't say I like his rhythm, but it seemed like that shot. He kind of didn't look at the 11. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know if that caused him to miss, but he just went down, pump stroked it, and
a little quick.
he hit the 8 where he wanted to, of course, and got the balls broken up. But it looked like the 11 ball caught the long rail before going in the point, and it caused it to jaw.
Unexpected. 78. 78 it looks like.
11.
Yeah, we got 9 balls on the table. So 76 ball run. Yeah, that's what it would end as. 76 ball run.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see what that number is. Looks like 70 they got up there. I guess
Yeah, he probably just marked what he has for this rack.
Yeah, they'll adjust that in a minute. All right, now Darren Appleton's already got the high run of the tournament. Think he'll go one better?
I'll tell you what, he's capable of it, but the run he put on me was very smooth, except for about 2 times he left himself on the back rail, but he found a shot that he could roll on the side and hit him pure.
Right.
You know, and he continued his run. He was even telling me after the match that the shot that he did miss to end his run was one that he didn't expect because of the other good ones that he made to continue.
Right, right.
And I said, well, you know, you played great, Darren, either way. You know, of course, I know you wanted to try to run out 200, but the 149 was good enough, obviously.
Yeah, well, they put you in a deep enough hole.
Yeah, but, you know, Mika only got the 70s, so it's not a real deep hole, as I was saying earlier, expecting a close match. And Darren's already halfway through this rack, and that should get him going.
Yeah, there's not a lot of trouble here, really. Got the 15 is his break. Probably end up using it. Looks like the 10 of the 14 is his key ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get back up straight in on the 1 and then shoot the 7 and go 2 rails around.
Yep.
But he landed.
We play the 7 now and just come 1 rail up for the 1.
You can. You can shoot the 7 also. I don't know if this is conventional or not, but follow 2 rails, shoot the 10 up in the corner, come out a hair, and then play the 1 and go 2 rails around for the break ball.
True.
It's tricky. I'm not sure exactly how he's landed on the 1 here.
Well, I guess he's going to go 1, 10, 7.
That's okay.
Yeah, got a great angle on this.
He chose to take the angle he had and let the cue ball flow
Right.
with the way it was going.
Yeah, that's the natural path of the cue ball. That's what the table was saying,
Yep.
and he heard it.
Now here you want to land short.
No,
Don't come all the way down.
yeah, he wants to come all the way down so he can just go forward with a high ball and just play 1 rail.
Or you can, if he lands short, he can come out 2 rails.
I think if he landed short, he was going to be a little closer
Okay.
to the rail.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
true.
saying? He was going to be right on the rail.
He would have had to hit 10 ball harder to come off the rail.
Asking it to do a lot. And again, if you can keep it simple, you know, KISS works. Keep it simple, Stu.
Here you just judge the speed to the middle of the table.
Yep.
Anywhere around there, you're fine.
Just like that. We have ourselves a match. Again, it's a race to 200. We are here at the 2013 World 14.1 Straight Pool Championships at Steinway Billiards, New York City. Actually, we're in Queens, just outside of New York City.
Right.
5 minutes from LaGuardia, 5 minutes from Manhattan.
The town name is Astoria?
I think it's Astoria. I'm not 1,000%,
Pretty sure it is.
On the
I've had it
name.
on the GPS a couple times this week, so.
but it's you can't miss it. Come on out. I'm going to give a quick shout out to the stream sponsors, InsidePoolMag.com, NYCGrind.com, Dragon Promotions, CNGGas.com, Steinway Billiards. Got to thank Steinway. This is a great place for a pool tournament like this. Not only are we having a 14.1 straight pool tournament, Sunday is going to start the Steinway Classic,
That should be
which I believe is a 10-ball event.
even though it's part of the name, that should be a classic tournament.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good players here.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong when you're playing 10 ball. You're going to see a lot of great shots, good matches, and all that stuff because of the players. So,
Right.
It reminds me, since the straight pool's done, I'm going to have to practice up a little bit on 10 ball tomorrow and get back in that mindset.
Right. Yeah, it's a little different pace than straight pool. I'll tell you what, maybe if we go back to the house later, we'll set them up downstairs.
Hey, we can do that. I got no problem letting you whip up on me a little while.
Well, you know, I got to keep myself motivated. Got to keep the gears going, you know what I'm saying?
Of course. Darren's got the 10 ball.
He's got the 7. He's got a lot of choices right here. He's got the 6, but I think he plays the 7. Can't tell if the 4 goes past the 11 or not, but based on where the 2 is, he can break those out very easily.
Of course.
He might have the 9. If he plays the 9 and pushes forward, breaks out the 8 and 13.
Let's shoot the 7, follow down, and get the 2 ball out.
You think he goes into the 4 right here?
I don't think so. That wouldn't be smart because you can land behind the 11.
Think he goes into the 11 here?
He could try to aim for the 11 because then you got the 4.
Yeah, I think he did try that.
He was trying to.
Yeah, because no matter how he came off the 11, he's got the 4. I think he's still got the 1, though.
He's got the 10 in the
Oh,
side,
he's
too.
scratching his head. He might not be too happy.
He's okay. He's got the 10 in the side.
I don't know what Mika's calling. Looks like he wants to get the ref involved.
Maybe he doesn't have the 10 in the side. He's going to have to shoot the 5, so Mika wants them to watch if he fouls the 8. Man, the
do you
12
think?
ball must have him hooked. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Let's take a look. The lighting is a little tough on this one. Yeah,
Check
if you can't
the
see.
top angle. Oh, you obviously don't have it from that angle. Yeah, I'm
I don't
sure
know if you see.
he's got to be hooked or he'd shoot
All
the
right,
10
let's
in the
get
side.
right up close here.
He's okay with this. You just make sure your bridge is right, float the 5 ball in, come across table towards the 9.
Nice shot. A little bit of gamesmanship right there on Mika's part, you think? Trying to get the ref involved.
Yeah, I think it was just making sure. I know Darren's not that kind of guy. If he fouls,
Oh, absolutely.
he would have told
He
him.
would admit it. Sure he would.
And Mika's just using his resources.
Yeah,
John
I mean,
don't mind coming out and
Absolutely. He's within every right.
giving us
You
his
know.
opinion.
Yeah. He's got the 1. He's got the 6.
Now, the only thing that's got me a little about is the 11 and 4. If it's not a combo in the corner, how do you get an angle to break it out and make sure you have a shot afterwards?
Well, he might be able to play the 6 right now and come 2 rails and hit it. 6 on the side. I don't know if you can get past the 13, it looks like.
He can hit it, though, but then
You know what I'm saying? You see the path there?
I see the path, but if you glance to 4, you could scratch in the corner, possibly.
I think he's a little too high for that. I think the glance angle is going to be a little bit above the corner pocket.
Right.
But he's got to hit that firm enough to make sure he doesn't get stuck behind the 11.
Yeah, of course.
He can play the 1, maybe come forward 2 rails off the 1. Well, it looks like he might be trying the 6. I don't know if he can come around. Like I said, I don't know if he can get past the 13.
Well, if he can shoot the 6, and can he follow over and shoot the 12 past the 4 in the hole where the 4 is at?
He might not be able to hold the 6. He'd have to play it maybe with inside English. Come off the long rail, back
Okay.
between the 3 and 8 type of.
Okay. He's playing the 9. He wants to get that out of the way.
Now he's got a good shot on the 3. He can stop that for the 12 if it goes by. that'll help. You know, it won't solve all the problem, but it looks like it'll help.
He's going to get the 12 or the 13 out next. Now he rolled down, took the 6. Now the
He can play the 13 now and go into the 11 or 4. It's a little risky, but he's got it.
he's trying to find a way to get the 12, so he just pointed at it. There it is.
Still got to get that 11 and 4 out of the way. Got to do something with it. Got to hit one of those balls. He can play a combination if he gets on it good. It's not really the ideal shot to play, but he's kind of running out of options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The good thing is there's not a lot of, I mean, there is a lot of gap in between them. If they're closer together, the combo would be tougher.
Right. Yeah, it would have to be on. You might draw back a little bit and get positioned on the 13. So maybe go 2 rails or 1 rail into it. I think that's what he's got to do right now. He's got no other choice.
Well, he's got so much angle, he's going to have to follow. I'm not sure if he can draw straight into him, because if you glance to the right side of the 4, you can scratch.
Yeah, it's absolutely a scratch angle.
He's going to follow around.
2 rails? Yeah.
Yep. Good shot.
Perfect shot.
Great speed. He didn't hit it too hard where the 11 ball went on top of the 1.
Right. Yeah, he hit it just the right speed.
I think cleared this one out. 4 ball, 1 ball, 1 rail to the break.
Yeah, he don't even have to go to the rail. No, I'm just going to have to force it. Perfect position. All right, I want to give JR Calvert a big shout out. Man, JR, what you're doing to this sport is beautiful. The events that this guy is filming and putting on, and you know, his dedication to the game, and you guys got to thank JR.
Yeah, absolutely. The inside pool feed and production is
Absolutely.
always great, and he produces it for you guys for free. Come on here and check it out.
How do you beat it? How do you beat this action for free? How do you beat it?
You can't. I wish when I was a kid I had something like this as free. You know, I had to buy videotapes, VHS.
Yep.
And,
I think all of us at one point had a closet full of those.
Well, I still got some.
Yeah.
I don't watch them anymore, but I still got them. I remember having some old videotapes of the World 9-Ball Championships back in like 2000.
Yeah.
And I give huge credit to that, just learning, like I said, certain shots and understanding the player's stroke and how it works to get the cue ball around the table.
Right. Well, there you go. Took him apart pretty good. He's got the 13-5, it looks like, in the upper right-hand corner. Looks like that's pretty straight in. I don't see that causing a problem for him.
Yeah, I think, actually, that's 12-5. 13.
Now, what I say, 13-5?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
13's down here by the
I get
head
confused.
spot.
I get confused sometimes. Oh, he wants to get up a little higher.
I think he might have been trying to bump those a hair.
That was kind of risky.
Well, if you bump them, he's got these balls down in the hole.
He'd still have the 14. He doesn't go into these 2 now, does he?
Nah, like you're saying, they're pretty on. So he's just going to land over here and take those out. Look at that.
How's that for speed?
Couldn't get any better. Soft draw. 12 balls stay right there.
Perfect. Play the same shot again. Take care of all his problems up table.
Now he's going to go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, he can pretty much do whatever he wants from here.
I was thinking he's going to take 4. If the 1 ball goes, you play the 1 and then you bump up and knock out the 15 and 13.
Exactly. It's the 3. The 3's not out. If he's got an angle on the 1 to draw into the 3, maybe knock it out. He might want to try that right now.
Right.
Or maybe to 6 and push out to 15. There you go.
There it is.
15's a little low, but it's still good. And he's got the 13 too, which is a little high, but that also is still good.
He just went over to make sure the 1 and the 14.
Looks like he's going to play a combo here. I don't know if the 3 goes.
Nah, it goes straight through.
Does it? Ah, perfect. Yeah, he's just trying to decide what he wants to do. Does he want to hit the 11? Want to brush into it a little bit? No?
Nah.
One rail off his ball, he'll have the 10, then the 1, then the 11, the 1, 13.
I guess he's playing this and then getting the 1 and 14 out next.
Yeah, then he can play the 11, 13, 15.
Right.
Yeah, 10, draw for the 1.
Now, if you notice, he's leaving the 11 ball there because it's easy to just come off the rail a little bit and then have the 13 on the side. He's not too much worried about speed control for that. I'm sure it's a shot he's shot thousands of times.
Right. Yeah, like I said, he's got that very minimal cue ball movement at the end of the rack.
Of course.
You know, he's got that triangle working for him. Again, this is almost like a stop situation. And that's what you want at the end. You know, guarantee yourself a chance to get into that next rack. You want to make that easy as possible.
He's looking to try something else here. I'm not sure.
Let's see what he's looking at. He's trying to see where he's going to get off the 10, maybe.
It looks like the 14 doesn't go, maybe.
Playing the 1? 14's got to go.
Oh, yeah, it goes.
Yeah, see, he looked like he wanted to try and find out.
Oh, he's
where
going to
he was
leave
gonna
13. That's what he's doing. Like you're saying, he had 2 options, so he's choosing to leave 13 balls as break.
There you have it. Speed and cue ball control. This guy has plenty. This is pretty much a very simple out for him. I'm going to give a quick shout out to the tournament sponsors. John Lehman, Michael Fedak, Stu Matana, Tom Gleish, I believe it's pronounced, Allhausen, Championship Cloth, Tour Edition, Fury Cues, Aramet Balls, Master Chalk, Pool and Billiards Mag, Amsterdam Billiards, NAPL, which is National Amateur Pool League. I believe that's Tony Robles' thing going on there. Dr. James Heller, Charles Ames Photography. And make sure to check out www.live-stream-news.com.
As you were pointing out our wonderful contributors, Appleton's marking up his score. And he's going to be at 34 now with Mika 76.
There you have it. Oh, slow down.
Wow.
He's got the 8. They spread pretty good for him, but he managed to go right through the stack.
Now this is a shot I was talking about earlier in my match. I thought he made it, mistake, landed here, didn't have a shot.
Right.
But he was a little bit farther, about half diamond on the rail. I don't know, I'd say like maybe an inch off, and the 8 was a little bit farther out. And I in my chair, I'm hoping or thinking that he's got a tough angle, and he just went down and speared it right in.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure he'll do the same here.
He's got a combo too, I think, maybe the 3-1 it looks like. But he might not have that.
These kind of shots you just want to roll through.
Yeah.
Because if you jack up, you kind of want to, if you choose to jab it, at the last second you might hesitate and jab it, and it causes the angle to go off when he makes contact.
Right.
With the object ball.
You might saying it.
Right. So if you just follow through it, it makes the contact part of the object ball more pure.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about a flaw in your stroke. You just hope it doesn't skid.
Yeah.
Which if it's
true.
close to straight in, you're not going to have any skid. It's usually when you have more angle.
Right.
Is he going to take this too and go up into these balls, break them loose?
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, he decided to go past. All right, the 15 goes in. He'll break him up with the 15.
A good shot there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, calling these matches is kind of tough sometimes because there's so many different shots that these guys can take. You know, we're going to call it one way.
Right.
They're going to see it a different way.
Well, it's the style of the player too. You know, some of them would have just went up into it, but he saw that it was open, so he just trusted his stroke and speed, went up and got it. You know, if he overrolled it, I guess he could have played the 9 or the 10.
Right.
But now he knows they're all open, and they say one of the best things you can do with straight pull, when they're all open and have available pockets, try not to bump any more balls.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, the only reason you don't want to bump them, not really the only reason, but once they're free and they're not touching anything and there's no congestion, if you start hitting balls, the only thing you're going to do is cause a problem.
Oh, yeah,
You're
you
going
might
to tie
bump them
something
back
up.
together.
Absolutely.
Good angle. He's just got to probably get the 1 out of the way, follow up 2 rails, or follow over to, he might be looking at playing the 5 next. Because if he can get the 5 out, and then the 12 and the 4 go in this bottom corner. And if he lays over there, say you don't get up high enough, he's got the 4 ball on the side.
Right.
There it is.
Now he's got to pick a break shot. He's got the 9, or it looks like a 12 maybe. 9's a little high, but that's okay. He's going to leave the 9 because he's got to get in there for the 4, I think. He's got to get in there to, I was going to say he had to get in there to be able to play the 14-6 or the 10-6. But he's up high enough. He'll play the 14 now, it looks like. He might be able to draw into the 9 to hold him for the 6.
Yeah, depending on his angle.
Now he decides he wants to do something different.
He's a little, well, he committed. He was in between both, but now he's committed.
Let's get that one in there.
Good shot. If he landed straight on the 4, he could play the 4 stop shot, get the 14 out next.
All right. Yeah, he came by a little too much, it looks like. He gave a little nod.
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't that happy with it. Now, this is the delicate little shot right here. If he just has to kind of like draw this back 6 inches, you know, if he draws back 7, he doesn't have a shot on the 6.
Well, he's
Or that strike ball.
He's pulling these pocket balls out, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be hitting this with some speed.
No, why would he want to do that though? I don't see why he would want to do that.
Well, he might have the angle where he can't punch forward. He would nip the 6, and he can't come back and bump the 12.
So what do you think he's going to do then?
Maybe it's just going to stun it up to the 11. You know what I mean? Take the angle, whatever he has.
Yeah.
Stun over to the rail.
You think he's got angle to go up table?
No, he was okay.
Yeah, he looked fine. Now he's got to go 3 rails though.
Maybe there was just too many.
Well, at least
they're
2
playing
rails.
on a drop pocket table, so he probably might have seen the balls in the hole.
That could be. That could be if the stacks up pretty high. Yeah.
Get him out of the way.
Yeah. If you shoot something in that pocket and it comes back out because it hits a ball, you stop shooting.
That would be a horrible feeling.
That's happened. There you go. Gonna get that to slow down a little bit.
Now, if you notice there, his main focus probably was cue ball, middle of the table, and that leaves myself an angle to get back to the break.
Right. He held that pretty good, and he's got a good shot now on the next ball. He looks like the 11. So suddenly Mika's lead isn't so much.
I'm sure he's thinking about that break shot that he barely overcut.
Yeah, I'm going to take a second real quick and shout out my guys, my sponsors. I'm going to play a rep for Wild Eyes Creations. Joe,
Forgot
if you're
all about
listening.
them, actually.
Yeah,
I
Wild Eyes
play a rep for
Creations.
them, too. Them guys are wonderful.
And Q-Shark, Kevin Contestable, I
Q-Shark
believe,
too.
from upstate. Both guys make excellent pool products.
I've
Check
had a
out
lot of people ask me about the Q-Shark product, actually.
Q-Shark is excellent product. Check out their websites and tell them Finger sent you. Tell them Wilkie says hi too.
Yeah.
They help Wilkie out too. They're a good bunch of guys, both groups.
Yeah, they're awesome. The mechanism for the tip tool is pretty much indestructible.
You can run it over with your truck.
And
It's one
does
solid
anything
piece.
you need.
Absolutely.
You know, scuff the tip, burnish the tip, shape the tip.
Yeah.
Tip pick down on it. You know, if you want to make sure you got enough chalk on the cue.
Yep.
You know, it does it all.
And because of the size of it, you can use it as a pocket marker.
Oh, you
Play
could,
on one
yeah.
pocket or something.
Right. Anybody out there that's got APA leagues, BCA leagues, where you got a call shot 8-ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, you can mark the pocket with it. Or Darren hit another good break. Cue ball hit the side of the rack, went right to the side rail. So obviously he's got the control down on the speed of the break, which I saw about, if I had to estimate, what's 149? It's about 10 racks. I saw him do it to me about 10 times in a row.
Yeah.
So this is another thing Appleton does very well. He plays with the bridge.
Well, he's played snooker, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he was a full-blown snooker player, but I know he knows how to use the bridge, you know. Most of the European players do know how to use the bridge pretty good.
I've grown accustomed to it because I used to use the bridge, and I don't know how to explain. I used to hold it kind of tight
Right.
on my stroke hand, and obviously it's a different movement. It's not like a normal stroke. It's the total opposite.
Right.
So now that I've been trying to let up on it and not hold the bridge hand as much, and it seems to help out tremendously.
Right. Well, it's technique. You know, it's like using any kind of piece of equipment.
Yeah, of course. I mean, am I
Develop-
completely comfortable with it now? But I'm getting to that spot to where I'm okay with using the bridge.
Right.
I'm not nervous.
Exactly.
You know,
A lot
or
of
anything
people
like
get
that.
nervous when the bridge comes up. You know, because they're not practiced on it. They don't use it. You know. It's like trying to do something for the first time in a critical situation. You got no experience with it. You're not comfortable with it.
I guess he's going to leave the 11 for the break. He's going to have to unless he tries to
Unless the
manufacture
7's
another
out.
one.
It's kind of hard to see if the 7 ball's out.
It looks like it's real close to the line.
Well, we'll see if he can maybe nudge it a bit. I don't think he's got really much he can use to get into it. But the 11 ball's a good break shot. If you can save the 14, you get on the 11. You know, that'll end up being pretty good.
I know they say you're not supposed to use the balls up table for key balls, but here when it comes to where the 11 is, those balls may not be bad because you can choose one or the other to go 2 rails towards the side pocket,
Right.
and you can land on your break ball good. So let's see if he does that.
I think a rule like that might be geared more towards a novice player or a beginner. You know, they try and teach them basic strategies that are going to work for them. But these top-notch players, you know, these world-class players, they can use almost any ball on the table as a key ball. You know, because they have the skills to maneuver around and get where they need to be.
Well, like I was saying, the only reason I said it was, see the one he just shot?
Right.
It was blocking the hole for the 14. So in the 13, you can't really play position for the 14 in the side at the end of the rack.
Right.
So now he has the 1, 2, 3, would have been,
Yeah.
but there's still 2 balls left.
Right.
So that's what he chose to do. He cleared this group of balls off, and now he'll just go up there and try to get the right angles to get back to the left side of the table. Which he can go either way. He can stay there, shoot the 8, and then follow with the 1, or he can follow up, play the 1 and the 8 in the same pocket.
Right. That looks like that's what he's going to do.
There you go. Yep.
Looks perfect from here. I think he's too straight. He's going to have to come forward 2 rails.
Yeah.
Inside
Good thing
spin,
here
right?
is you want to try to judge going into the second rail and coming off about 6 inches.
We got a lot closer to that
He's
than I
still
would have liked.
okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to put us a little closer to a tie score line here soon. I do believe that puts Darren Appleton at
62.
62 to 76. So if he was to get out this rack here coming up, we'd have a dead score line.
Can't get much closer than that.
Let's take a little glimpse at a break ball from this angle. And as you see, he's landed on about, I would say, the 45 degrees line. This is where you like to be. You just follow through softly and right off the top of the stack.
Perfect. Perfect separation. He's got no clumps. A little cluster in the center, but again, once he gets the balls out away from the pockets, everything's got a hole. He's got the 8 as his break shot now, or he can manufacture something else.
He'll shoot the 3, draw back. Did he get back far enough for the 7-10 combo?
He'll play the 1. He's got the 1 and he's got the 8. I mean, 8,
Right.
I get, like I said, is a break shot for him. He can play the 1 and go forward maybe 1 rail and come back out for the 14.
Well, if he's got an angle, he can just pinch it back a little bit too, and then shoot the 14. Come across, get the 6 or the 7-10. Because if he shoots the 8, and then he'll have to create a break shot, unless he was to leave the 15, which I'm not sure if he wanted to do that.
I don't think he'll do that.
That would be
He'll
a
try and-
behind the rack break.
Yeah, he'll try and, once he plays the 8 here, he'll try and manufacture something else. Unless he doesn't play the 8, unless he cuts the 14.
Yeah, I think here for a little
He can
bit,
do
he'll
that
try to
too.
stay away from the 8 if he can, to
Right.
leave it. If you cut the 14, you go towards the 4 naturally, and you can have the 6. Or say you come up short, right on the 4, you should have the 7-10 combo.
Right. Either way, he should be safe with a shot. And that'll preserve the 8 ball. But then again, it's a thin cut on the 14.
Now, if the 6 wasn't there, he could shoot the 8, roll down, have the 4 in that corner, and bump the 2 out.
Right.
But the 6 is blocking that hole.
Right. Well, we'll see what he does, you know. I mean, like I said, you see it one way, I see it another way, and he's going to see it a completely different way.
Oh, of course. I know one thing, we see all the options.
Exactly. It's kind of hard for them to see all the options. See, he kind of goofed a little bit by knocking the ball out, but he can roll up on the 6. And it looks like he can play the 5 on the side and push out that 12, it looks like. You know, he'll have a shot on the 2 next after that.
Mm-hmm.
If he can hold it, shooting the 6. I'm going to have to play this with a little bit of left.
He's just going to come back up off the rail, probably get the combo out next. Or go up higher and get the 4, depending on what he wants to do.
No, he really decided to go and get the 8. Well, he can play the 8 and then he can play the 12 in this lower right-hand corner and push out the 5. You know, push the 5 across the table for his break. That might be what he's going to do. That might be just about what he's going to do. No, he's going to play the 6.
2 ball. Or 6, yeah, sorry.
Unless he's going to leave the 8 right where it is. And nothing wrong with the 8 ball from there.
That's not a bad spot. He would be, cue ball basically would be in almost the same area it was last rack.
Right.
The other side pocket, and the angle would be perfect.
Yeah, it worked out for him the last rack.
Good shot. I'm sure he looked to make sure the 11 went by earlier in the rack.
Exactly. He might have played that a whole different way. Looks like he's still going to end up playing that combination.
Yeah, the 7-10 is pretty easy. Here it comes now. He's going to take the cue ball natural angle, go up underneath the 8, come up above it and have the 5 or the 12 in the corner.
Right. He overhit it just a little bit.
He did. He might have to just pinch draw this and try to shoot the 4 next.
There you go.
Might use the 12. That's okay to help himself
I think he rolls forward. He can
take away energy of the cue ball.
He rolls forward, I think, on this one. He pushes forward. He's going to make the 4, and he'll push the 12 up towards the side pocket. Give himself a pretty decent cue ball, and he'll stay on the 7. That's what I think is going to end up happening.
Yeah, he could do that because the cue ball hit that side of the 12 and
Yeah,
go over a little bit.
Oh,
He's more square on
hit
it.
it more full, right? But he can just play this a little stop shot right here, and then cut the 7 and come 2 rails.
There it is. That's going to even our score line at 76 apiece.
Right. That's not some bad shooting right there. That's pretty good shooting.
Well, I predicted this, like you did too. You know, a lot of people are saying, obviously people know Darren Appleton and Mika Immonen as world-class players.
Right.
And when they match up in a tournament of this nature, 200-point race, it doesn't matter if one guy runs 100, one guy runs 140.
Nope.
The other guy's not out of it.
No, and they know it.
And that's why Mika in the chair right now is pretty upset with himself that he missed that break shot because it wasn't very hard.
If he loses this match, he might be kicking himself for missing that break shot.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's something you would expect him to make.
I know the next time I play one of these two guys in straight ball, I'm going to try my best to make sure that I get out the gate early and maybe add some pressure to them.
Exactly.
Because
Put them on.
Mika didn't give me a chance, like I said.
Yeah,
100 to nothing in
you
round
can't do
robin.
anything about that.
That happened.
You did nothing wrong,
But
and you still lose. But
Appleton played good too, 149, and
that puts you.
to speak of, he's on one right now. He's
Yeah.
on 76.
Yeah.
Oh,
He drew that one back. He needs a little bit of a jelly. He needs that 10 to stay there.
10, 13 on the side.
No,
Landed good for him.
I don't think he'll play the 13 on the side. He'll roll it down here because he's got a pretty big pocket with that 10 ball.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Can he escape the scratch?
Oh, sure. He could almost hit it full in the face, it looks like.
Can you stop it there and then shoot the 12 on the side?
No, not a chance. Based on where he's at, he doesn't want to jack up from there. He just wants to slow roll this almost. Soft roll it, Straight up. He's got a big pocket with the 10. He's almost aiming to hit the rail. Before that side pocket, before the corner pocket.
He could get in trouble if he played inside because the cue ball could glance off the 7 and scratch down here.
Yeah, you have no idea where that's going. That's such a thin cut too. I think he just rolls this ball in, and he goes from there. Like you said, if he'll roll it, he'll get past the 7.
Okay.
Looks like he'll have the 12 in the other side pocket.
I mean, if he does, not saying he doesn't shoot it in the corner, if he does shoot it in the side, you play to go into the 7 with draw.
This is kind of like what he's.
Oh yeah, so it is tricky.
You see, yeah, he doesn't really have that.
He's gonna play the 13.
He doesn't have that much, bigger of a pocket than I thought, because the 10 ball is taking up a good piece. If he hits this just a little thick, he can hit the 10 and hit the point. He don't have to go. Like you said, he was looking at the side pocket.
It actually might be so thin that he misses the 7 and hits the 6. That's how thin the cut inside.
Well, then do you want to play that then? You want to play that thin of a
because you
shot?
can scratch. But you might have to. You might have to just say, all right, I'm going to cut it in. What I get is what I get. Because like you're saying, the 10, if he clips the 10 first, it might catch the side point titty of the rail and not go.
Catch the what?
The side point.
Side point.
On the table.
Got you.
Come on, Mike.
But yeah, like you said, because the 10 ball is a little bit high, and he could catch that. He might miss the ball.
He'd really like to have the 15 ball out of the way and shoot the 5. But
He'd really like to see that 10 ball 1 inch to the right.
or the 13 ball not there.
Or the 13 ball 2 inches closer to him. Or he wants to see the cue ball a little to the right.
I was about to say, or the cue ball not up table.
Exactly.
Which this is what you're not supposed to do in straight ball. If you're going to go up table, you got to draw the top rail and back down.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was just trying to stay around middle table. Just maybe misread where he was hitting the stack.
He might need to take a lesson from Torsten. Torsten's the king at that break
As
shot.
we were saying earlier, that's the style. That's the style of players. That's what works for Thorsten. That doesn't mean that's going to work for everybody else. He's rolling it in. Hit it good.
Oh, yeah, now he's a little unfortunate. Let's see what he's got here. He can't, he's got to play the 6.
And he played it. Yeah, he can't play the 12.
6 straight up table. It's a long shot, but it's straight in. I don't see him missing this one. Man, I mean, he hits him straight.
Mm-hmm. He's going over to see if the 10 ball.
He doesn't have a straight pool title yet, does he?
I don't believe so. I think he has one like the challenges at Derby City or
Derby
something
City,
of that nature,
yeah.
but not World Straight Pool.
I got news for you. You folks pay attention out there. This man right here will win the straight pool championship. Might not be the world championship. He will win a straight pool title. I'll guarantee it.
How about a world title?
He might win that tomorrow. But what I'm saying
Very
is,
true.
Just the talent that he has for pocketing balls.
Oh yeah, and he understands the spin, obviously, and the cue ball
Exactly.
control.
So,
You know, he's been around the game for a long time.
right. It's just a matter of time before he puts straight pool together, like he did 9 ball and 10 ball.
Oh, he's already got it together. Yeah, I'm a witness, firsthand, in the chair
Right.
a couple rounds ago. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying he made mistakes, but when he got himself on the rail, that's going to happen when you break into the ball sometimes. 'Cause
Right.
You don't know how they come off. But he rebounded, he recovered, and he still got out. And that's what he's doing right now, because he had a tricky shot, and he made it. Do you like leaving a 12 as your key ball, or do you leave the 7-3, the ball in the middle of the table, key ball?
I like leaving the 13. I think it's the 13. It's the key ball. The ball in the middle right there.
Yeah, you can leave the 13 or the 7. Even though it's on the other side of the table, it's easy to just draw right back to the middle of the table first break.
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, if he plays the 3, if he has to play the 3 as his break shot, then obviously you leave the 7. But if he's got to take the 3 out,
Yeah, I'm sure.
he might play this 13, 7, 3, 14.
He could do that too.
You know, if he gets straight in on the 3. You know, he'll play the 7 one rail, and then hit the 13 straight in. Have a little bit of an angle on the 14, just draw straight up the table, into the center, and off he goes. You know, they'll be yelling out, next. His tempo is good, his speed control is good.
Yeah. He's dragging the cue around the table with him.
Yeah. That's one characteristic of his.
A little low left, punch it up.
There you go. Well, I think he got a little less angle than he wanted, but he's got plenty. What does that give him?
It's going to give him 90. Now, I'm not sure if it's 90 exactly for his run. Was he at 0, or did he have a couple balls?
I think he was at 0. Mika played that great shot on the 8.
Yeah, but remember he missed a break ball, so
Yeah, and then
he's on. Maybe he had 6. He's
Appleton
on
ran.
84. Because if he won 14, 14, 14,
he wouldn't have 90.
It would be. So he was at 6 when he started,
Must have
probably.
been, yeah.
So he's on an 84 ball run as we speak.
Got a lot of spin on that ball.
Actually, I do believe he was -2. I don't know the exact run. I'm sure somebody out there is watching,
It says -2.
knows the run, so he could be at 92 balls.
Yeah, he's on a 92
That's
ball
what
run.
everybody's saying.
Well, thank you out there for your observations. Chat room. That's all right. We had a little.
Still doesn't add up though.
No, but we had a little technical difficulty in the beginning. We had to restart the stream,
Yeah, true.
so we kind of lost place a little bit there in the first rack.
I just remember. Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
A little straighter in than he wanted. He tried to force something to happen. Wow. Well, that ends that.
Oh. He was trying to punch up above them balls.
We are trying to watch Hatch and Schmidt, looks like. Schmidt looks like he's at 154, and he's running. The Hatch is 40. It's kind of hard for us to see.
Oh, is he on another high run over there?
I wouldn't be surprised. That man, that Schmidt guy, he can play.
Yeah, he plays great straight ball. His patterns are so much, I wouldn't say different. They're so unique compared to other players. All right, well, Mika's now back at the table and happy to be.
I bet you don't make that same mistake again.
No, if he has that break shot again, he's going to make sure he takes a couple more strokes, makes the ball, and then takes the shot he has afterwards.
Right. So tonight we're playing down to the final 4 players, I believe.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, because this is the last match of the night, so that would be the final 4 players. Let's just shoot them.
When was the last time a player won the World Straight Pool Championships 2 years in a row? Has that ever happened?
I'm sure it has back in Willie Mosconi's day.
Oh, back in the day, yeah, that could be. I mean, that's all they played was straight pool.
Yeah.
They might have won it 3, 4, 5 times in a row. But still, it hasn't been done in a while.
No, it hasn't. And I guess as you're saying, we checked the score on John Schmidt. He's on the journey of getting back to the finals. He's going to shoot the 8 ball. It's still a little tricky. It looks easy because the balls are separated, but because of where the 3 and 11 are, they block the holes on the right and left. So he's still got to figure out a little something here.
If you play the 11 right now, you can run it to the 10.
Do you shoot it with a little inside and
I
come?
think a little high ball, yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Well, making a little bit more of a mess for himself.
Play the 10. If the 5 ball goes, he come back where he's at and play the 5 ball next. Looks like he tried to get to the 5 or the 10.
Right.
He would have got in the gap. He would have had the 10
That
ball.
would have been perfect. Well, it looks like if he gets the 5, he can maybe play the 4 next and get above the 7 and play the 6 in the bottom right.
He's looking at it. The 5 must be really tight, or he would have went ahead and shot it. We don't want to make a simple mistake here. If the 4 ball goes, he's shooting a 10. I
He
believe.
looks like he is shooting a 10.
Nope, 5 ball went.
No. Yeah, see, and he's still. He won't lose forward on the 4 and play the 10 next. He can play the 10 if he's got an angle just to punch out the 6 a little bit better.
Yeah, that would work
And
good.
leave himself on the 3.
And you got to watch you. Make sure you hit the side of the 6. You don't want to hit it full because you can land right on top of the 3.
Right. Yeah, that's what he's thinking. He might not even play it. If he draws above it, gets on the 7.
See what I mean?
Well, yeah.
He's still okay, but that was... Ooh, if he would have frozen the 3 ball, that would have been tough.
Yeah, how okay can you be? It looks like he's going to have a cut on this. He's got to come maybe 2 rails for the 6. Or is that the 2? He's got to play the 2 next.
2 ball on the side. Yeah, middle of the table. He actually might have got lucky that he even has the angle so he doesn't foul. You know, when he cuts it in.
There you go.
It worked out. I knew he was a little shaky there if he would have got frozen on the 3.
Right. Just play stop shot from here. And then draw back off the 7.
Well, he's got a small angle.
Yeah,
Just roll it in.
Yeah.
There you go. It's going to be on the same plane where he's at, but not as high. Right there.
Perfect. Perfect.
Can you hold down the booth for me for a quick minute?
Absolutely. If I have to, I have to.
All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
If I start making mistakes and getting nervous, I'll grab somebody else. All right. All right, Mika tied the match up here at 90 apiece. Again, now it's just a quick race to 110. You know, these guys, both of these guys have run over 100 this match. This tournament, I should say. Oh, I think he comes off this little bit of draw. A lot of bit of draw. He really hammered that one. And he got okay results. You can play the 8, stop there, and then go off the 5 into the stack and out the 4 as insurance. You know, that might be the easiest. Unless he's too straight in. I don't know. He might be too straight in for that now. He still might have the angle. He's still got a good angle on the 3 to come into him. That's a good shot. Good. He's okay from there. He can play the 1 again and still break up that little bit of cluster. But he doesn't really have to. He doesn't have to go into him again. He might want to save the 1 as his break shot. He might play that combination. Looks like it could be wired. He's got the 4. He's got the 10. He's got to deal with that little bit of cluster right near the cue ball, which you can do right now. If he hits this, he wants to hit the ball on the left. What is it, the 13? I think that's what he was trying to do. Because now he's got to pick apart some balls to get position to try and break that out. The more he does that, the more opportunities he's going to lose. That works too. Play one of them uptown. Oh, and he missed it. He hit it to the long point, the long rail. Not quite the result that Mika was expecting.
Yeah, no, that's
All right, they're going to calculate their score. Quick shout out to JR, inside pool. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous event here, JR. You and Alvin are the king live stream. I'll give a quick shout out too to Steinway Billiards. This is quite the place. It's got 27 tables, I think. The food is excellent. It's got a full bar. Everyone that works here is excellent, nice people, polite, helpful, courteous, clean. You can't go wrong with this place. For those of you that don't enjoy straight pool, Sunday rather, they're starting the Steinway Classic, which I believe is a 10-ball event. And a lot of the big rotation players are starting to file in here. Looks like Darren's going to take his break. Try and compose himself. See some in the crowd there enjoying this action. You guys out in the chat there, got any questions you wanna lay on me real quick? Got a little bit of a downtime until Darren gets back in the ring. Until he gets back in the ring, so to speak. Hard to see what the score of the John Schmidt match is. I'm not sure if they're still playing. You might have, looks like they're still playing, but they might be on a break too. I think 154 to Schmidt 40. Is that the right score? Or maybe that match is over already. And Schmidt might have run out. They didn't make any announcements or anything, but. Can't tell how Dennis Hatch is doing. Looks like the score is 89 to 91. No, that's this match here. They got two different scorecards for that one. No, I can't tell how Dennis Hatch match is doing. Not unless that happens to be the same score for these guys too. 89-91. Fingers, what is your high run? My high run is 85 actually. Not quite as high as I'd like for it to be, but I don't really get a chance to play as much straight pool as I'd like. I've got runs near that 78, 76. A whole bunch in the 60s, but the more chance I get to shoot some straight pool, though, I know that high run's going to go up. All right, Appleton steps back. Mika's still trying to explain to everyone how he missed it. Since the table might have got him, but could have rolled off a little bit. All right, we're going to get back into the action here. What kind of table do I have? Barcelona Billiards, is that for me? Well, if it is, I have a Gold Crown 3 in my basement, but it's double shimmed. It's 4.5-inch pockets, and that's what my high run was on. I was on one of these bucket tables like this. I earned my 85. I think these pockets are 4 7/8. Quite a bit bigger. Keep himself in good position here for the 11. Throw it back, he'll have a shot on the 1. And he's going to try and not make that same mistake when he missed a break shot. Corner market Bob, yeah, Gold Crown 3, double shim, so bonus 860. I got a couple of videos on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out, you can go to my website, fingers9ball.com. I got a little site up there just to put some tips up there. So I help some players, and I wanted to keep my family and friends involved in what I'm doing. Most of my family lives up in Canada. My entire mother's side of the family is from Canada. And she moved back to Canada after she split from the old man. And instead of calling her up every week, I put the little website up there so I keep them informed. But I do have a link to my YouTube videos on the site, and a couple of pro tips. I got a couple of pretty good tips there if you guys want to flip through some of the pages. And I got a couple of really good pro tips that would probably help a lot of people out there. And you can see the table I got. I got a lot of matches with me and Wilkie on there, along with some other matches I played in a couple of big events. There you have it. Appleton kind of forced through him, but he didn't really get the spread he wanted. Now he's going to have a long shot on the 6. Looks like the 8 will go. All right, he's in good shape now. He can stay inside this little rack right here, this little circle of balls, and just start picking them away. He might be able to pick apart most of these balls with very little cue ball movement. And that's actually a key to good straight pool. You want to try and limit the mistakes that you would make by trying to move the cue ball around too much. There's an excellent phrase out there that is, it's KISS is the phrase. It stands for keep it simple, stupid. Because you'd rather do something a lot simpler than try and complicate things. He's going to leave the 5, it looks like, as his break shot. He might go up table for the 6 now. The only issue really, he's got the 4 and the 12, I think it is. He's got to deal with a little bit. He might get angled for the 4 and try and take the 4 out of there. That's going to be pretty much the key ball for this little cluster, just getting that 4 ball out of there. He's going to use the 5 as his break shot. Perfect. Now he can roll forward if he wants to play the 9 on the side and go up for the 6-3 and then 14. Oh, there you go. A little bit of an angle. He's out. Should be out for this rack. He's going to use the 3 as a key ball. A little far away, but he's got what the table's giving him right now. He accepts it. He knows he can get out from there. Perfect. Play the 6. He'll play the 3 and drift down table a little bit, hopefully to get on a closer shot to that 5. That might give him, I think, 111 to 97. He looks like he's in rhythm, too, right now. Mika could be in trouble. There you go. Appleton's running out.
Well, sorry about that, Fingers. It was a lot longer line than I expected.
That's all right. Everybody got to do a little business sometimes.
Well, as I left, Mika Immonen was at the table, so what happened? Did he miss another ball?
He missed the ball off the long rail. He caught the point going off the long rail.
Hey, excuse me, we're doing a live.
So he bobbled it, and he said the table kind of looked like the table got him. Like it drifted on him maybe a little bit.
Okay.
So, but after that, Appleton took a break for a second. They came to the table,
Now we stand at
and that's
111.97.
111.97. Yeah, I said, Mika could be in a little bit of trouble right here. He's got the 2, he's got the 6,
Got the 1
he's
probably.
got the 1. He can play the 1 2 rails forward.
Try to get on the 13.
Absolutely.
Break them out.
We're having a little technical difficulty here. Little micro adjustment. All right. I like the way Darren drags that cue around the table. It's like he grabs it by the throat and he just forces it.
Yeah, he does. He
Takes it with him.
broke him loose good.
Broke him. Well, he can come at the 10 from underneath.
I can't play the combo.
Well, he's got to play the 13, it looks, or the 3. I think he plays the 3, 4. Well, he can play the 7 off the 15.
I think the combo's on. Or the 4. He might be able to get to the 4. He's looking at something.
He's playing the combo. Yeah, you can just play a stop shot. Or roll forward, hit that ball again. No?
That 14 ball goes, you get that out of the way now.
Yeah, right from where he's at now. That's a good call.
Since it's tied up with the 12. Only if it goes, obviously.
Yeah, you still have the 11. Then you can play the 7 off the 15, get the 10 out of the way. And,
he can draw right into it.
yeah, but you know what he can do?
There it is, bump of the hair.
There you go.
Ouch.
If he plays the 7 off the 10 into the 15, he could push the 15 one rail up for a break shot. Oh, yeah, I called it, folks. That's my call.
He could, but the 10's a little bit closer to the bottom rail. If it was up a little higher, I like that shot.
No, I think I like... Oh, looks like he can play the 10 now. So anyway, that's going to... it's going to eliminate my call. But we'll see. I mean, he's still got options to create something.
Yeah, he's fine. These balls are loose down here on the bottom rail.
Right.
I'll pick and choose through these. Go back up
didn't
table.
didn't really seem to have any kind of a trouble spot. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He's got the 14. It's a little high, but he can play it as a side break shot. Or if he gets on...
I don't know if this is conventional. Where the 3 ball is, if you were to leave the ball in the rack and get ball in hand behind the line, you could play the 3 ball on the side and get right into the top of the
Yeah, you
rack.
could. That's a good call, too.
I mean, that's an option if he don't figure out something down here.
Oh, that might be something he don't even see. You know, like you said, we got the optimal angle here. We see everything from here.
Well, I'm sure he's on his mind right now since there's still 6 balls down here. He's trying to manufacture something, but there really is nothing unless he can get on the 2 and come up and bump this 15 ball a hair. You know, somehow like that. But if not...
Well, he could get on the 2 maybe, if he's got a shallow enough angle and spin forward into the 7. Maybe to push it out that way.
Yeah, you got to watch that, though. If you hit it full, you land on top of the 1 like you did that one game.
Right.
He's taking this option away, so... He might just leave the 2.
Well, yeah, he might leave the 2 as a break shot.
Go into the back of the rack.
Yeah. Not really conventional, but you got to do it. You know what you got to do. What you got to do.
Yeah, it can't be easy every rack, so you got to figure something out. Well, thank you, JR. I'm sure that you are inside pool mag. I appreciate the acceptance that we're doing a good job.
Right.
we try our best and try to get the information out there of what's going on the table.
Right. Well, he can drill this behind the two here. You're up, draw it back a little bit and then have a good shot on the two to come into it.
Yeah, he'll just stun it a hair, come off the rail.
There you go. Now, I'm going to say something now. This is a similar type of shot that he had that he missed when he tried to force the ball. I think it was the 8. He was underneath the rack. He was facing the other way. But it was a similar shallow angle shot. He's got to force the cue into it. You might have to, think he's got to overpower it like he did the last shot and he missed the 8. If he tries to do that here, he might.
Now, a good thing here is you don't want to hit this too hard because you can make the 2 catch the bottom rail and they can draw out.
Right. Well, that's what I'm getting at.
So you want to pick a side of the rack, corner of the rack to hit, run into it, and just hope for something, basically.
I think you want to draw this back just a touch and try and hit that 15.
Or the 3. I mean, you hit either one of them balls, you should be fine.
Right. Yeah, because you're going to come out past the rack. If he just glances off the 14 into the 15, he's going to come back down towards his corner pocket.
Just aim for the corner, and you should be fine. There it
you
is.
go.
Hit the
There it
15
is.
square.
Oh, he's got to get the 3.
Does the 5 ball go past the 8?
No. I was just going to do that to see if he's got angle on that 5. No, it does not
No,
go
it
past.
doesn't.
Let's look from up table here.
He's got to shoot the 3.
Oh, okay. Now Alvin's trying to give us advice. Yeah, I got to break Alvin's chops. I got to bust on the guy. Does such a good job. I don't want to put him up on that pedestal too high because when he falls, he's going to get hurt. There you go.
Oh, good thing you hit that one soft.
All right. He's got the 11. He's got the 1. He can come one rail off the 1. He can draw back and then play the 6.
Is he straight in on the 11?
A little bit. Or he can just play the 4 maybe.
I like
down
that.
for the 1.
No, get more angle on 11 and go into
Oh,
him.
it's going to him right now. Sure.
Separate them. You're guaranteed to get a shot here. Even if you follow it, you can't scratch because the 1 and 6, will kiss you. So you can follow straight through this if you like to.
Should be able to power through it, right?
Or you can just shoot it with a stun shot.
That's a little bit of a draw shot, maybe.
Ah,
Oh, he's got to get another kiss. He's got to get another hit. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
it helped having the
He's
5
got
and
the
8 there.
And it looks like the 13 also came out to help.
They were incognito.
Incognito?
Yeah, incognito insurance balls that we didn't see.
Yeah.
that shot.
They were kind of hiding on us there.
Well, the 1 can be a break. A 6 also. So he's thinking about here. How do I get around? I mean, the 1 ball's good. You're going to hit the corner ball. It's real tight. The 6 would be nice if you can get on the side rail.
Well, yeah, you can do that with the 13 or the 9 ball. So he's got choices there. He's got. Well, if he can't get into him right now, he's going to have to play the 1 and use the 6 as his break. He can go forward here 2 rails between the 1 and 6 and play the 1 next.
Yeah, if he does that, he can play the 1 and then break those 2 balls out.
Exactly. He won't have to worry about getting rid of the 15 first. Or he can play the 15, roll up just a little bit, get an angle on the 7 to come 1 rail between the 6 and 1. Play the 1 and then the 10-14 in the other pocket.
You don't think it's safe to try to just bump the 10 now? You got the 15.
I don't know.
I don't like
You
it.
could have bumped, maybe just nudged it up onto the and get stuck behind the 1 there.
Well, as we were saying earlier, he may not even have to bump them. If they go in this corner, get the 15 ball out of the way, like
yeah,
he did.
Yeah, play the 1.
There we go. Now play the 1 and play those 2 balls in the same corner as the 15.
I think he's going to have to play a little draw shot and stay above the 6.
Nah, he can roll it.
You think?
Yeah. 6 balls. Yeah, he's fine.
See, yeah,
A little inside he had to
close.
use.
He came close to that.
But the natural angle came off and didn't bump the 6.
True.
He shoot either one of these.
He's got a little angle that looks like he can draw above the 6. He can roll forward too if he wants. I think he rolls forward.
Can he use the 5 as a break if he wanted to?
Yeah. No, he did draw above.
He might be doing that now. No, he's good. He's good to do the. Oh, he was trying to get off the rail a little bit more.
Well, he can play the 13-5 and then the 9. He can play the 9, draw back.
What he was trying to do was trying to leave an angle, come off the rail, shoot the 5, and then have that ball in the side pockets for his key ball.
Right.
He quite didn't get enough angle on the 9.
Yeah.
He could stop it and take the long shot on the 5 straight in, but you're going to be on the rail.
Right.
See what he's looking at?
Well, you know what he could do? Well, he could just put a high ball, high stroke on the 9 and come force the 2 rails forward. He's got a little bit of an angle. He won't follow it in. You know, and just come 2 rails down for the 5.
Yep.
But he'll have to draw it off the 5 and get on the 9. I think he's fine from there.
You got to be pretty straight on this 9 ball. If you're not, you're going to have to come off the rail too much. Pinch it back a little bit above the side. He got there. He's okay. He's going to have to take a longer shot on the 6.
Yeah, he can't afford to get too much closer. He can draw it a little bit of a spin draw maybe, come back down close to the side pocket. But that's fine, plenty. He's got his angle. That's 139. Darren Appleton to 87. Mika Immonen. Again, this is to get into Final 4 of the World 14.1 Straight Pool Championships. Tomorrow we're going to have the finals. I believe the finals is still a race to 200. Not 100% sure what times the match is going to go off.
Yeah, we'll know that later on tonight.
Yeah, once everything is done. Looks like, yeah, John Schmidt's still shooting. He's 178 or 179, it looks like, to 70 on Hatch.
All right, here we go. You can just follow. You got to hit this with some velocity.
High ball. There you go.
Hit the 15-1 line up. Might have to go in this corner where the 14's going later if it's not good for the other side.
Well, he can spin this forward right now and then play the 11. Or he can roll up and play the 3, then the 11. But doing that, you take away the 3 ball, which is a good key ball for when he shoots the 11.
Right.
You know, because if he does get tied up in there a little bit, he's got a little bit of an angle. I mean, if he forces through it, he might end up hitting the side rail. You know, if he glances off the 10, he'll glance off the 14, and then come straight through to the side rail. Unless he wants to play, you know, the 4 first and get a little bit different angle on the 11. But I like going into the 11 right now.
He could get the 4 out of the way because if you follow up through these balls, he could be doubled up and wouldn't be able to make the 3. So he's going to come back and then get the 11. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, see a little bit different angle on that.
Yep. Because now say he glances to 10 and 12 and comes up over here on the right side. Now we'll still have a wide open shot for the 3.
Or the 11, because he's probably going to push this stuff out of the way. Oh, he's going to play the 11 now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to break these loose.
Right. He just has to nudge him. He just has to really nudge him. You know, or you can play with like a center ball too and just hit the 12-7. And don't worry about the other 4 later.
He's just scared that the hits the 10, 12, and then the 5, and it goes over towards this side pocket if you put too much high on it. I mean, it's a little tricky to see this, but it's there.
Well, he doesn't even have to hit it that hard to get to the side pocket. You know what I'm saying? Just roll in the 11 pocket speed maybe to just break him a little bit, you know, nudge him out a little bit.
Well, he chose to hit the 12 first, but see, it didn't break the balls loose.
Right.
So I think he was scared of that. Be nice to have that combo on the side, and right now you could draw right into these balls.
That's what he's looking, yeah.
That'd be very fortunate for that to happen. But it does, and you'll take it when it does.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, looks like Schmidt's going to get out. He's at least at 193 right now to 70, and he's still shooting. He's got a good shot, and he's got a chance to get out, I think. Darren, on the other hand, has got to figure out what, you know what he can do? He can play the 3-ball if he can see it. Right?
Yeah,
But a little bit of left. If he can get underneath the 2-ball right here, kind of like near where he's shooting, and play the 2 in the upper pockets.
He's going to get this combo out of the way. He'd be really happy if he can play the combo and then land on an angle to play the 1 and get up into these balls next.
Yeah, I think the 1's not going to stick around.
No, it's going to go up towards the 8.
In that direction, yeah, towards the 10, maybe between the 2 of them.
So that means he's going to have to follow with it.
Yep.
Send the cue ball over to that side. There it is.
Oh, he's got to slow down with the cue, speed up. He's got the 7 now. I'm not sure if he can see the 8. If he can see the 8, he's got a good chance to break the stuff up. But it's a little bit
Check
risky.
the up table. Yeah, there we go.
Because he doesn't. See, he's got the 8.
That's
Like
close.
he's got the 8. He's got the 8.
Absolutely.
Tarantola just come by the booth. He's amazed, like everyone else here, at all this talent this week. World
That's
Straight
true.
Ball
I mean, this
Championships.
is world-class stuff you're saying.
It doesn't get any better than this.
You know, we're not saying too many simple mistakes that you expect in like 9-ball and 10-ball. That happens. In straight ball, you know, you're not going to see stuff like that. You're going to see the guys. What I like about straight ball is you're constantly thinking through the rack because your pattern is destined to change. You got to have a plan.
Right.
Halfway through, you're going to have to change it because you're off angle here.
Exactly.
And then you get to create your next angle in order to stay in your comfort zone in making balls.
You got to have a plan B, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to have a plan B, a plan C. I need a plan D and E sometimes.
Well, I mean, if that's what it takes to get out the rack and get to your next break shot, you're going to do it. You're going to do that. Still trying to figure out how he's going to get into these balls.
Play the 12 and go into him right now. You might be able to play the 1 and draw into him.
12 ball's good. If you hit the 5, you're golden.
Should be, yeah.
Golden.
There you
Just
go.
like that.
Oh, I think he's got to play the 1 now, I think. He's got a thin cut on the 2. I'd play the 1, then the 2, and then to get up to the 11, 14 it looks like.
What's he playing
He's
here?
going to play the 11, it looks like.
I don't like that. You can run into the 8. That's a break
That's
shot.
what I mean. That's what I mean. You see, I think he's got to play the 1.
You can play the 2 and go 2 rails in between the 8, 10, and then do
Yeah,
that.
but he's going to have a bad angle on either one of them.
He killed it. That's a
Wow,
good
he
shot.
killed that real good. Now we can just come forward, a little bit of spin, play the, looks like the 11, and then a 14 or 11, 10, and then get on the 1 for his key ball.
Yeah, I think that's 13. It's close to 11, but you almost got it right.
Almost. Well, you know, off by number 2. The colors are saying the numbers might as well be a little off.
He's still landing a little short.
Yeah, he did.
You gotta have to play the 1 now.
Well, he's got good angle to do that.
I mean, if he shoots the 13, you gotta try to. Yeah, you gotta play this.
Yeah, he can draw this back. Perfect, perfect. A little angle on the 14 or the 11.
What? It's the 10 and 13 fingers.
It's the. He's playing the 17 ball right now.
I know he's shooting a stripe.
That's the 17 ball.
We're
He's
just
gonna
playing
get-
with you guys out there in
gonna
the
get
audience.
position on the 24 ball.
You know, it gets boring if we say he's shooting the correct ball every time.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure you guys are awake. We gotta make sure all 1,200 of you guys are awake.
Yeah, that's awesome. We got 1,200 viewers again.
1,200,
Sweet.
baby. Listen, you guys, we gotta push this to 1,500 tomorrow. Minimum 1,500. 1,500 to 2,000.
Get up there. He's okay.
He's got just enough. So everybody out there in the chat now, all the viewers out there, please share the links. Hit Facebook, hit all sorts of streaming media.
I see somebody asked if SVB played He did the round before this, and he lost to John Schmidt.
Yeah, John Schmidt just defeated Dennis Hatch.
Defeated in the tournament up until this point. I believe 8 consecutive matches. It's very impressive.
Yeah, he played excellent the last match against Oliver Ortman. That's a statement right there, beating Oliver Ortman, two-time winner for this event.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if he would have went through and beat John Schmidt, that would have been something else. But like we were saying, the guy of Schmidt's caliber, if he doesn't let you to the table, it's too hard to win.
Yeah, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance, really.
You basically have to run out. You can't let him back to the table.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, John Schmidt's now in the final 4.
We have an epic battle tomorrow.
He comes back tomorrow. He needs one more match to get a chance to repeat at this event. Hasn't been done in quite some time. People in the chat were thinking Steve Miserak was the last to do it, which could be quite possible. All right, Appleton got to force this one forward.
You got to watch the scratch here off the rack.
No, force it forward, bend it down.
He hit enough follow on it. That was good.
Yep. Again, he got a little unfortunate. Didn't really spread, but he might have a combination right there.
He's have to cut the tempo, I believe.
Yeah, if he plays the 10, he'll come up and down, and he'll have the 13 next.
I mean, that combo looks pretty on.
It does.
If I'm playing, I'm shooting this. You can just roll right through it.
Well, you got to be a little careful.
Well, you don't want to try to do too much. Like, play the combo and draw into the rack. That would be crazy.
No. Right, well, he's got an angle. It looks like he's going to be going away from the rack. It almost looks like he plays the 7 straight on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Roll through it, and you bump the 7 again, or maybe hit the 5, and then you have the 10.
Yeah, the only issue, again, is like when you bump the 7 for the second time. If he bumps it and comes down table, he'll have a difficult shot. There you go.
Whoa, 7.
Yeah.
See, the angle laid good. He just stunned it
He's
away.
got the 1. He'll have the 1 on the side.
No, he's got the 10 and the 7. 13's his secondary break if he can get to it.
Right. He can get to it right now. Why bother? Oh, you don't want to tie that up.
I like
okay.
that. I mean, I know he had an insurance ball with the 10, but
He can go into that little group right now.
if you do that, though, what do you have? You got the 5
You got
next?
the 5. You got the 5 next. You got the, I guess maybe
But
the
the-
13 on the side.
If it goes in the side, it's okay to go into that now, but if not, that's...
If you hit it a little high, you got the 6.
Yeah, but if you hit behind it, the 12 can double kiss and land right on top of the cue ball. It's far-fetched, but it can happen.
Well, I'm not saying, yeah. But, I mean, he's got the chance to do it right now. I think maybe he should do it.
He's going to go into the bottom of these again. Well,
Well, he wants to play the 3.
3, he can get the 14 ball out if he wants to.
Yeah, if the 14 goes.
That actually is pretty good. If you can get a good angle, you can roll into the top of the 4 and 15. Medium,
Just
not
stand out a
that
little
much. Just disperse those around and you have a shot.
He wants to maybe keep the 13 as his break shot. But he's got to get that 2 ball out of there. Looks like the 2 and 12 are going to be the only issue right here.
There we go.
Yeah, he'll come forward. He'll push the 1 down.
Yeah, he's got 2 options. He can either, like I said, roll, or he can just stun over and bump the 15.
The 15 might glance now off the 1. Push the 1 down. If it's kind of full. See?
That worked.
That worked very well. Now he's got a chance, it looks like.
He bumped those balls, have
to
the
go
9 ball
into 'em.
next.
Yep. Yeah, you don't have to hit him that hard. He does have to hit him hard enough to get separation, though.
Yeah, but not hard enough to where it goes possibly to the 4.
Right.
Say perfect.
Nice. Yeah, good speed control. He knows what he's doing.
That's what somebody said earlier.
Yeah, you know. He must have read a book or two, because,
Yeah, that brings up a good joke for pool players, which I'm not in that category. They say a lot of pool players don't know how to read. Well, they just choose not to. But I truly believe if you want knowledge in life, you gotta read.
oh, you got to read. Absolutely. Reading is huge.
Oh,
Well, you got to read,
he got away with
or
getting
you
a
got
shot
to
on
watch
this 2 ball.
videos. Or you got to watch some videos. Any way to absorb that knowledge that you get, either from the word or the.
I see somebody's asking
image.
about the Hooman and Shaw match. Thorsten Hooman beat Shaw earlier today and is into the Final Four against John Schmidt tomorrow. I'm not sure the exact score, but I know Homan was up big when I left earlier to go get something to eat.
All right, now do you draw into these? He's got a little bit too much angle to stay there. You got a chance drawing into him, I think. If he gets stuck, he's got the 2.
Yeah, you can.
You know, I think he had to.
When you can aim and hit it that perfect, that's what you got to do.
That's key too. You can take on these shots, but you better aim pretty good.
What I like about the players at this level and myself when it's working, if you can judge when you go into them enough to just separate them 6 to 8 inches from where the cue ball rests.
Right.
But you know it's going to stop if you hit in the middle of 2 balls. That's what you want to do because you can have a shot in the side, shot in the corner, or like you're saying, shot on the 2.
Right.
So he played his percentages instead of just going into it and hoping.
Yeah. And he's getting towards the end of this match. Puts away the next 3 balls. He's going to have 167. You know, a little over 2 racks away. That one
He's kind of straight here, so if he just judges where the stripe is, he can just pull back a hair or stop it depending on where he's at.
Right.
Play it in the opposite side and then follow over for the 2.
There he goes. He's got a little more angle than he wanted. He's going to have to go up to the end rail.
About where the chalk is, middle of the rail, and come back down?
Yeah. I don't know if he can get to where the chalk is, but he might actually kind of punch it with the spin and play 2 rails. Kind of between the side pocket and the corner. It's a small little window, but that's what he's got.
He's just going to take the angle and use high.
A little bit of spin. Not even. Perfect. Didn't even need to spin. Now we can just play like a stop shot and bounce out towards the center of the table.
Yep.
Wow, Mika's worrying now. Mika's none too happy, I bet you. There you go. Let's look at Mika's body language. Got the hand in the pocket. He's a little. He's upset. He's upset. That one shot that he missed up in this corner right there kind of hit the point. All right.
I see somebody says SVB has the drive if he focuses on it to set 14-1 records.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, the guy's a great shot maker and also, of course, accomplished 8-ball, 10-ball, 9-ball player. But it's going to take a couple years, and I know he's an awesome player and practices as much as anybody. But when it comes to pattern play and understanding the concepts of straight pull, he's capable, of course, but it's not going to come instantly. I'll tell you that because it took me and all players like this, Mika Immonen, Darren Appleton, some time to understand the different breakouts and where the balls are going. And but I'm sure he's got it in him. If the money's there, he's going to put it into practice and try to get it.
Absolutely. Somebody in the chat just asked if us guys doing the commentary have day jobs. Of course I got a day job. I can't speak for Wilkie, but I work 60 hours a week at UPS. Are you kidding me? I get my butt kicked moving packages. I'm crippled.
That's true.
And
You've
full
told
of
me stories about it.
Oh, man. But yeah, I got a full day job.
As of now, I'm struggling, of course, as a professional pool player, but I enjoy the game. I actually got a couple things on the back burner if I had to. But as usual, I've always had great family support and my fans and friends. So, I mean, you guys help out a lot just to keep my drive going for the game. I'm out here playing against the best in the world, and sometimes it is a struggle. But I know I'm there, too, if I can keep my focus. So that's what I'm going to do. Appleton's got these balls out very well for him now.
Yeah.
If he's at 167 and he's 33, it's 2 racks plus 5.
Right.
That's very feasible to run the set out from here.
I don't see him stopping. You know what I'm saying?
You think he's out?
I think
that would be your prediction.
Yeah, I think so.
You shoot the 9, come up above the 5 and 1.
Quokka. No, it's actually 2.5 pounds. Anything over 2.5 pounds, I don't have to touch it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 150 pounds. That's the limit. But anything over 70, I don't have to touch.
What are we talking about here?
Oh, one of the guys in the chat just asked me a question. He said, is it true if a UPS package is more than 3 pounds that 4 guys have to move it?
Oh. That's funny. I hope this 3-ball goes in the side because you don't want to shoot it down table.
Yeah, that goes right in the side. Looks like you can hit hit that rail a little bit inside and come on the 6 or come down table for the 10 maybe. Or is that the 14?
Just use high here. You don't want to put too much inside. Oh, he's straight in.
What's this break? The 1?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yep. 5's the key ball. 5 or the 6. Or even the 2. 2's a good spot to get on.
He might just bump the 15 ball here. Unless he's straighter. There you go.
Bank player. It's underpaid slaves, not unpaid. We get money, but not enough. It is a slave labor job, man. They have you on the road 12 hours a day. They don't care.
2-ball on the side, bump the 14.
Up to 14.
14 in the corner.
Yeah. 14, 15, 5, 6.
Now
1.
the 15 is going to leave an angle where you can just come straight back across in between
Yep.
for the 5 or the 6, depending on where he lands.
Yeah. Yeah, either one would be a good key ball.
Oh, he's fine. Don't get jacked up.
Oh, he came up a little short there.
Man. Yeah, he would have liked to have been more towards the middle of those 2 balls. He'll work it out. I mean, you don't want to be jacked up, but he'll work it out. So you got to play a 6 on the side and spin 2 rails.
Ah, that's a thin cut.
I think he looked at the 5. He don't want to jack up and chance missing it.
This is he might play this. Yeah, if he might be able to
He's gonna
a little
spin
draw
two
shot, a little draw. Oh, you don't want to overhit this one.
Good shot.
How's that for speed control, folks?
Now the reason, if anybody's watching, don't understand why he went 2 rails, that was in order to kill the ball. If he would have just thinned it with straight high, he would have had to go up and back down to the bottom rail and then back up to the middle, and that's very hard to judge.
Right. Yeah, a little bit of bottom left kills the speed of that cue ball. There you have it. 181 to 87.
That's a pretty good number there. That's my birthday. January 81.
181. There you go. January 81. Man.
Well,
Awesome.
you were here plenty of time before that.
I got socks older than that. I almost got dirty UPS socks older than that.
Now, not everybody needs to know that. All right, well, he's got a perfect angle here on the 1.
Yeah.
Cue ball's going to go right into the 14. This is going to be his normal, just stun shot, going to the 14. A little bit of draw, come right back out, maybe where it's at, or go to the side rail.
I think he's going to glance off the top of the stack and hit the long rail and then come back out.
No, it's going into the 14.
You
Come
think?
on. Yeah. Boom.
There you go.
Right
Well, he
into it.
pounded it. He's got spin on it, so he'll come back down a little bit. He's got the 9. Wow.
That sounded like John Madden there. Did you hear that? Boom.
Yeah.
It's always nice to be straight in on the ball when the cue ball goes up table.
Oh, yeah. You need that jelly roll right there.
I've been playing it plenty of times at my house, and it seems like I can't ever land straight in on the ball when I make a ball go up table, and I quite don't judge it right.
I hate practicing on my table.
Well, your table's tough.
I hate it.
No disrespect to these 2 guys playing. They can come over your house, and we can bet if they run 150.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very tough.
Yeah. See,
I mean, your table's at least double shimmed.
it's double shimmed, yeah. Double shimmed 860
The
Simonis.
cloth is worn in more, so I mean,
Yeah.
here on these tables with the faster cloth, you know, you can hit the rack softer and they come out.
They come out. Not on my play. I'll go downstairs and practice and practice and practice. Literally, I mean, I don't even want to admit to this in front of 1,200 people, but I'll play sometimes after work. I used to a little bit. I'll try and practice for 2 or 3 hours almost. playing straight pool, racking them and breaking, trying to get a run going.
Right.
I'll play for like 2 or 3 hours and not be able to string 2 racks together.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to admit that, but
That's tough.
you make a good break shot and I get stuck on a pack. Something will kick it in, or kick the cue ball in, or I'll get spun up and
It'll come
something
around
will
the
freeze
side.
up on something else. And then just being tired from out of work and exhausted and angry and frustrated as it is, you know, I don't focus and concentrate enough, but
I understand what you're saying.
you know what I mean? I'm still there. I still got the drive and the desire, and that's what I believe is going to make me a better player in the long run.
Oh, you always have to have the desire.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't tie up the
Yeah,
break
you don't want to do
ball.
that. Didn't want to do that. He might have the 10 and 6. If he's got the 10 and 6, he can break it out
Ah,
right
he's
now.
got the combo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He can, or 10 and 2 rather.
Yeah.
Then he can break out. He can break out to 13 right now. Still have a good shot. There you go.
Looks good. Play the 5. Maybe bump the 4 if you want, because that's where the angle says. Because then you could shoot the 7 ball if you bump the 4. Get that out of the way.
He might roll forward with the 3 and then play the 4
Oh, you
next.
can play the 3. Okay.
Okay.
He's coming back down off of that side pocket shot. He's got the 12 ball. He's going to have the 5 or the 10 ball next. Leave the 8 ball there as your break ball. Good shot. Bumped the 7 ball down. Got the 3. Now I'll probably try to leave the 7 ball there so he can go up and get the 13 ball.
What is he going to do here?
He's going to play the 10.
Yeah, but he's
Leave
going to
us
play
up an
7
angle.
next?
Yeah.
He's going to have to kind of spin this. Or draw at one rail. Or come up and play the ball next to him.
Soft inside.
Yeah, he can hit it full enough. Okay, good shot.
There you go underneath the 8 here. Yep. Go
I
underneath
think so.
the 8.
Yeah, I think
Judge
so.
coming off the rail a little bit.
Yeah, because this way, if you make any kind of mistake, you only have to make the object ball. You really don't need to get some kind of angle, you know?
There you go. Perfect. He can
Yeah.
draw back almost to exactly where he's at. Would be ideal. Probably may not get that far because you don't want to overdraw it.
Right.
But right there is, I'm sure, is where he's trying to get it. Let's see where he lands.
This gives him 195. People know it too. He needs 5 balls, and Mika's he's put out. He's upset. The table kind of took it from him. He's going to think. That one, I think he played the 8 in the upper right-hand corner as you're looking. And if that's the case, you know, it rolled out on him. Wow.
Did he shoot it really soft? Because I was
Yeah, he didn't play it that hard.
away at the time. All right, Mike's going to leave the booth for a minute. I'll be here talking about the last 5 balls, it seems like it looks like. I just want to give a big shout out to the pool room owner and the guys here just supporting the waitresses here at Steinway Billiards. They've been a blast, and anytime you need something, they're here for us. Keep ball in the corner, follow through the rack. Cue ball up, 13 in the side. Now he wants to make sure, can't really follow up because you have the 10-9 combo. You can just pinch it back a little bit or follow to the rail and have the 9 ball, whichever way he chooses. He's looking to see if he wants to follow to the rail. He only needs 5. He's got 1 down. Good shot. A little bit of left, middle left on the cue ball, follow down, come under the 6 and land right there for the 3, or even if it comes up, he's got the 6 ball. There it is. 6 ball, roll it in, have the 3, you can shoot the 5, that's okay, get that out of the way. And Mika concedes. Darren Appleton will move on to the final for tomorrow.
Everybody, let's give it up one more time for 5th place finisher in quarterfinals. Once more, he always finishes high in all those tournaments. One more time from New York City's Mika Immonen.
I want to thank everybody out there that's on the streams, supporting
And for the second year in a
the
row,
live feed, the pool players.
you
You guys have been great in the chat room. Hopefully we did answer all the questions you had. I know we didn't get to everybody because we got to pay attention to the match and try to get the input on the balls, but we appreciate your guys' support, and we'll be back with you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys. This is Sean Wilkie signing off.
The number 1 seed decides time to play. 1 second. But it will be 2 semifinals tomorrow. We got 1 table. It'll be Appleton versus Bustamante, and also Schmidt versus Holman, USA versus Germany match. We got 2 Europeans left, 1 American, and 1 Asian left in the event. It's a good mix there, and that's much better. And we'll announce the time here in the match here. It's 1:30.
That ball rolls, right? Roll off, right?
Test. All right. Better. All right, Steinway Billiards is open. The forum is open for practice, but you cannot play on the Hohenhausen tournament table. Please. That will not for all of the people here now. Raffle, it's coming up soon. All right, here we go, everybody. It's going to be 11 a.m. Will be Schmidt versus Hope at 11 a.m. Darren Appleton is the number 1 seed tournament, still undefeated. He has the option to choose his time. He's choosing to go back-to-back tomorrow. So his match will be scheduled for 1:30 p.m. could be as early as 1:30 p.m., depending on the outcome of the first match. So, Bustamante versus Appleton at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. Second semifinals. First matchup at 11 a.m. You don't want to miss this one. USA versus Germany. This is a big duperoo between arguably two of the greatest straight pool players in the world. The best American straight pool player and reigning world champion John Schmidt versus two-time world champion from Europe, Dorset Holman. That will be at 11 a.m. sharp. Race to 200 points. The winners in the finals. And then we'll see the Dynamite, Darren Appleton from England. Great pool player from England.
How did it go?
He told me last year, he said this year and get to the finals, and I guess he meant it.
Darren won? All right, now.
And tomorrow the finals start immediately after semifinals.
That's all right. You did
A
good.
brief break, but we are scheduling the finals.
All right, thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Inside Pool.tv. Sign.